What's up, YouTube? I'm Storm, and you can too. So, Ahsoka has premiered. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My daughter is currently talking, and I'm watching Grizzy, who is doing a spliced together version of people's reactions to episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why am I doing that? Because I don't want to actually watch the freaking show. Yeah, that's how far we've come. Some out there are going to accuse me of being a fake Star Wars fan because I don't want to watch this bullshit Star Wars, but that's where we're at. I watched episode 1 and 2 of Ahsoka. I wasn't impressed. 8 minutes of looking around, slowly walking, barely emoting, not saying a word, doing some kind of Knights of the Old Republic style quiz map in order to get a map to find somebody lost in space. Wow, maps to find people lost in space. Wish we had maps to find missing people on Earth. But it's never that easy. Even if they leave behind breadcrumbs to find them. So anyway, yeah, I've made the conscious decision that I don't like what I'm watching. And I'm not going to force myself to sit through a show that I don't want to watch. I see that they went ahead and tapped heavily into member berries in the 5th episode. And I've been asked by someone close to me to watch the 5th episode because they think I will enjoy it. They're probably right. They're probably right. I probably would enjoy it. Because it's member berries. It's dangling keys. It's not a new concept. It's the same reason why Episode 7, they tried to retell A New Hope. Because it worked before, it should work again. I'm just not in. I expect better. You should expect better. The caliber of writing has fallen so bad that they could take Ewan McGregor, the Obi-Wan Kenobi that you all love, and turn him into a blazing idiot in his own show. They take the Mandalorian, a guy that you guys all liked in season 1 and 2, and in season 3 they ruin him. They take Boba Fett, and they ruin him. And it takes Electronic Arts in a video game with like a 30-second cameo to restore an iota of the legacy of Boba Fett. It takes a video game with a cutscene to make you understand that Boba Fett is a badass. That's not nice. That's not fair. So, popping out member berries in episode 5 with Clone War era Skywalker and Clone War era Ahsoka and late Clone Battle Ahsoka, aka season 7, which was actually good Star Wars content. Episodes 1 through 4, skipping the sisters arc and going straight in for the final 4 episodes. That was some of the best Star Wars that Star Wars has ever Star Wars under Disney. And I will give them credit. They screwed up. They gave us the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars that takes us into the original trilogy with Darth Vader. And you shouldn't have done that. Because now I know that you have the talent. I know that you have the people there. Or at least you did. You had the animating staff of the original Clone Wars. And even Rebels. You had everything you needed to make an actually good project, and you fucked it. But you didn't just allow yourself to fuck it. Because here we are with another series. We've had Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, now Ahsoka. But does anyone want this? Did anyone want Andor? Are you sick of shows about people? And then those people not being themselves or true to the character? Are you sick of that yet? Because I am. You know what I want? You're not going to like it. I would rather them do episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3 in Clone Wars final season animation. I would. And not only that, but I want you to erase the sequel trilogy and instead continue with the books. Do the animation to get us into Rebels. Yes. Get us into Rebels. Which is what Bad Batch is essentially doing. Get us past Rebels. Get us all the way to Luke Skywalker starting up his own school. The correct way. Give Ahsoka her own story arc with Sabine to go hunt down Ezra in animation. Like the Clone Wars. Or Rebels. I'll accept that. I didn't like it as much because it wasn't as dark. It was more of a kid's show. I prefer, teen animation where at least people die. But I digress. They won't do it because live action is apparently all they want to invest in right now. They would rather tell crap stories using famous people to draw you in and then hit you with member berries when all else fails. It's shameful to be a Star Wars fan right now. We had it so good. And we betrayed George Lucas. Well, I say we, but it was a lot of you. Episode 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Episode 2, you needed the Clone Wars TV show in order to save that movie. Otherwise, that movie, it's right down there with one of the worst. But then Revenge of the Sith. Ooh. Good movie. So will I watch the Ahsoka series? Don't really feel like it. Don't really want to. And watching these people freak out about the littlest things. People getting run through with lightsabers and surviving. Oh, Qui-Gon. We miss you. Have you ever seen Avatar? The Last Airbender? So there's a part where Aang is training to defeat the Fire Lord, the most powerful firebender. And so he's getting attacked from all sides by his friends who are training him. You have an earthbender, a waterbender, and a non-bender in Sokka. And Sokka comes from his rear side flank, and he yells, "Ah! Sneak attack!" And Aang has to say, "Sokka, it's not a sneak attack if you yell sneak attack." In this show, in the first 2 episodes, an ex-Imperial officer says, "For the Empire!" before pulling out his blaster and shooting Ahsoka. Battle Tactics 101, eh? The Empire trained you well, eh? Right. So anyway, Star Wars is not in a good place with me right now. For many of you out there, it probably has never been better. Anakin's back, you got flashes of Vader, you got flashes of young Ahsoka, which some of you need to calm down about. And you got to see Clone Wars stuff, you got to see Rex, voiced by Tamora Morrison. That's great. I'm glad he reprised one of his most famous adaptations of a clone trooper. I'm glad that you all were thoroughly impressed. A lot of seal clapping. I saw some fake tears, some real tears. Lots of cheers. I don't know what you want. It's a bad show. Just another bad show. And word of mouth is going to get people in. They're going to come and they're going to watch this and they're going to say, ooh, jingling keys, flashing lights, loud noises. And then the very next episode, they're going to go right back to force feeding you this dreck. I want to be wrong. I don't want to sit here and not like Star Wars. I'd rather like Star Wars. But I'm done, man. You're letting yourself be sold a bill of goods that's essentially crap flavored everything. Crap flavored lemonade, crap flavored toothpaste. Oh, and have your crap flavored toilet paper so that way when you wipe it doesn't do anything. In fact, it nets you negative. This is stupid. This is a stupid show. It's a continuation in live action of Rebels Season 5, and it's done pathetically. No one can emote. None of this makes any sense. Why would Sabine not want to be in that town of Lothal where they're honoring her dead friends, like Kanan Jarrus, and her missing friend Ezra, who could be dead? Why would you not attend that ceremony and speak on their behalf? Do you hate them? No, you're a rebel. You're a rebel without a cause. You got to be on your speeder bike going down a 2-lane highway to nowhere. Oh, look, E-Wings. And then they land and she goes underneath them. There's the ghost. It's Chopper. Chopper threw a tracking beacon out. Ahsoka's using her lightsabers to fight robots. And then they self-destruct. They could have blown up the map. Sabine is told not to go back to her tower lookout home, which was actually Ezra's. So she goes there. And what do you know? Loses the map and gets run through with a lightsaber. But in the very next time that you see Sabine, she's okay. A couple hours later, it's just a little tiny little bruise. Don't worry about everything that's scrambled up on the inside and burned. She's fine. And yes, that's as far as I got, really. Everything else has been whatever I'm watching on this as a reaction. I saw that Ahsoka did a cartwheel in space, woohoo, with her lightsabers, and she cut a ship. And the evil chick is apparently a starfighter pilot. Oh, everybody knows how to fly ships. And Balin says, "Come with me if you want to live." And stop allowing them to make such Shitty shit. Expect better. Demand better. I got nothing left for you. And you're not going to convince me. You're not. A bad show is a bad show. Anyway, I got another video coming out soon where I'm going to update my life. I had to put something out here for this Ahsoka crap. Now that I've said everything I dare to say about it, tune in next time I have something to say. Peace.